Hello. Do you sometimes feel like you are always broke? Like no matter how much you earn, no matter how much you save, no matter how well you plan your finances, do you sometimes always feel like it seems just never to be enough? Like you recently got a promotion in your office and you're thinking to yourself, man, my money is able to purchase less than it could purchase 2 years ago. Well, if you've ever thought like that, you are not alone. This is the reality which is affecting lots of professionals all across Africa. Let me give you an example. I know a gentleman who in 2013 was earning 290,000 naira in Nigeria. At that time, that amount could be converted to $1,812. Now, 2 years later, in 2015, he got a promotion and he got a pay raise also from 290,000 to 362. Now, after that promotion, you could convert his 362K to approximately $1,440, which was a major decrease for someone who had just gotten a pay raise. Now, fast forward 5 years later, this guy changed jobs. He had changed jobs and he was now earning on the average 700, 800,000 monthly. And if you converted that same amount of money in 2020, he was now earning a whopping $1,647 compared to how much he was earning in 2013 when he was earning $1,800. So in Naira terms, he was earning like 3 times what he used to earn, back in 2013. But in real terms, in terms of actual purchasing power, he was now earning less. In 2022, the same guy is currently earning 700,000 naira in a month. That is less than $1,000. The same guy who was earning $1,800 in 2013 is now earning less than $1,000 9 years later, after earning pay increases of like 3 times in Naira terms. What is this about? Welcome to the Republic of Presidents, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Leke Olateru Olagbegi. If you are an African and you've experienced something similar to what I just described, well then this video is for you. I'll be carrying out some analysis of why you appear to always be broke, regardless how well you're managing your finances, and I'll be sharing with you a couple of tips on what you can do about it. So first off, on Monday this week, the Nigerian Naira exchanged at 900 Naira to $1 in the parallel market. That is like a depreciation of almost 100% this year alone. People ask me every once in a while, why is the Naira depreciating against the US dollar? Well, the reason for this particular year is a combination of factors. Because, for example, the US dollar has appreciated against literally all currencies in the world this year. Even when you consider the US dollar against the major currencies of the world, the British pound, the euro, the Japanese yen, the US dollar has appreciated against most of them this year. Now there are other reasons. If you look back over the last 10 years, in Nigeria, for example, the Nigerian Naira has depreciated from 164 Naira to the dollar back in 2013 to almost 900 Naira per dollar today. What is the reason for this? And it's not an isolated situation. You go from Sierra Leone to Ghana to Gambia to Kenya to South Africa to other countries across Africa, you find this situation. This is the reason why it appears that your money is never enough. And there are 2 major reasons for this. The first reason is that most African economies are dependent on foreign inputs. Whether you want to consider petrol to raw materials which we buy for our factories, the manufacturing sector, the intermediate goods that we import, to the consumer goods that you watching me use on a day-to-day basis. Like if you look around you right now, wherever you are sitting watching this video, if you look around you, between 8 to 10 items out of every 10 were imported into Africa. Now think about that for a moment. Between 8 to 10 of every 10 items, that's a major problem. The second reason, and I'll come back to that in a moment, the second major reason is that we are not exporting enough. Now, so let me break it down. Let me give you an example of two different families. So you have a family who's earning income, like maybe earning his father and mother earning his salary, and all they do at the end of each month is to buy. They're not investing in anything to produce. They don't have the ability to sell. All they do is buy. At the end of the month, they will certainly end up broke. Now take a look at another family who are also earning money every month, but when they take their salary at the end of the month, they invest some, they put some in this trust, they put that in that investment, they put their money around to ensure that beyond the end of the month, they can be earning income on a regular basis. So this is the situation for most African countries. We will always be at the mercy of the other family that earns income, but also continues to produce and to increase its income. This is the situation of Africans. And the other thing that I would like you to look at that affects our currency is the law or the principle of demand and supply. You see, every time you need to buy that Gucci bag, that Louis Vuitton shoes, those nice designer, those Armani belts, these foreign items, our phones, our wristwatches, our bangles, our high-tech TV, LED screens, all of those things that we buy, every time we need to buy those things, we need to acquire foreign currency to buy them. Now think about it this way. I am looking for USD. You are looking for USD. My neighbor is looking for, everybody is looking for USD. The law of demand and supply comes in. Because we are not doing enough to produce the foreign currency by ourselves, all of us are scrambling for the little USD that is available. Where does this USD come from, by the way? This USD comes from the monies that people who have exported, or the Nigerian state, what we have exported, like our crude oil earnings. That's where the US dollars come from. So Nigeria currently is earning a limited amount of money due to underproduction. The whole world is smiling because oil prices have crossed, the $90 mark. But Nigeria is sweating because we're not producing. We're not producing. Our assets are not producing due to oil theft and vandalization. And Nigerian state is not producing. The people of Nigeria are also not producing anything to attract foreign currency. This is the reason why there is so much pressure on the Nigerian naira, because there is not enough currency. All the available naira is chasing the foreign currencies. Now, when you add that to the corruption in our system, where people steal in naira and then immediately take their naira to go and purchase US dollars, you find out easily why it is that the Nigerian naira is depreciating rapidly against the US dollar. So in summary, what is really happening to most African professionals who live in countries where their currencies have depreciated over the last several years? What's really happening is that their purchasing power has been greatly eroded. So what can you do about this as an individual? Remember, on the Republic of Presidents, we always encourage you to think like the president, wherever you are. So you are there with no political office, you're not a governor, you're not a president, but there you are. There is something you can do to contribute to the development of your country. So what can you do? Well, the first thing you can do is you can reduce your demand for foreign products. Number two, you can increase your demand for made in your country products. For example, made in Nigeria products, made in Ghana products, made in Gambia products, made in South Africa products. This is the way by which we can reduce our dependence on foreign currencies for the essentials that we need to use. The other thing we can do, for those of us who have the financial resources to start business, is to begin to think of business that you can start, which can produce items that can be sold for export. If you go back to my example of the family, you in your country, you are a part of the family. So every time you sell an item for foreign currency, you are contributing to the financial stability of your family, like your country. So if you have the financial wherewithal Instead of sending your money to Dubai to just go buy a property there, sending your money to Europe or UK, you can actually think of setting up a business over here to produce something that is needed here that is usually important. This way you can make a positive contribution to the stability of your currency and to the development of your country. This is what you need to do right now to stem the tide of increases in Naira or cedis and actual decreases in real purchasing power. I hope you've learned something from this video today. If you like this video and the other ones that we put out, please share with your family and friends, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. Thank you for joining us for today, and until we come your way again, keep thinking and acting like a president. God bless you, and God bless Africa.